There we go. Hi guys. Welcome to the Sub-A-Thon. We made it. We have made it. We are at the Sub-A-Thon. It's gonna be great. I've got activities planned. I do have to set up the like me sleeping and not being in this room portions of the stream, like just attaching the cameras and everything, but the timer is working. Let me like throw that here. There we go. So if we go to desktop, we go to startup, these are all the same timer. Just make my gamer nest? No, I'm gonna sleep in my real fucking bed. Make the timer bigger. I don't want the timer to be like that big. It's gonna run for fucking 48 hours, so I would like it to take up a very small little bit of the screen. It's fine the way it is. I like it. So that's gonna run. That's gonna run the whole time. The only other thing I need to do is I need to set up like loud alerts for subscriptions on the laptop. Oh yeah, I decided what pizza I'm gonna make for tomorrow's cooking portion of the stream. It's very exciting. I'm gonna make chicken taco pizza.
Sanctuary.
No, I've come up with my own. I'm stealing his concept, but I'm not stealing his content, you know? I have not seen him make a chicken taco pizza, so I will be making chicken taco pizza. What did I do this time? What are you upset about? You see? The computer, the machine knows. I also went and I got myself a nitro monster. I have like 5 monsters for this entire 48-hour live stream. Last time I did 4 monsters, but I wasn't allowed to sleep. Look at that. Look at the head on that monster. Oh, that's tasty. Oh, that's tasty. What I would like to start with is perhaps we go on Tubi TV and we watch perhaps a documentary, maybe the UFO movie they don't want you to see. All right, okay, that's solid. We'll put that over there. Actually, don't ever ask me to install Google Wildvine, thank you. Cocaine Cowboys Reloaded. I feel like we've done Above Majestic. We probably did Anunnaki. Ooh, a new Bigfoot documentary. Bigfoot Evidence Oregon. There we go. We can do that.
Sanctuary.
Supernatural Egypt. Secret knowledge of the ancients. All right, I'm there. We're good. I'm good on that one. Let's do that. Top 25 alien encounters. UFO case files exposed. Yeah, we got to do that one.
Your spirit and your soul.
Why the Jews? You know, I don't want to touch that one. I'm not gonna do that topic. We're gonna go ahead and not. Wait, Love You to Death, the Jody Arias story. Wasn't Love You to Death also... Yeah, this one, Love You to Death, the Gabby Petito story. This is getting lazy, guys. You're not even coming up with new titles. Future Revelations and Prophecies, Notre Dame is exactly 1 hour. That's good. Blacks and UFOs. Wait. Can we talk about this? We don't want to start there, but we're gonna get there. Oh lord, are we gonna get there? Alien Chronicle Antarctic Worlds Below. That's good. That's really good. No. Don't just open it. Ooh, Ancient Giants of North America. I'm fucking sold there. Oh man, I misread this as Alaskan Crystal Sasquatch, and my Conspira-Spheres were fucking surging. Yeah, what are you about?
Yes. Okay. So it goes.
I think Tom is fucking at my door right now.
5.
So excited, keep riding it, 'cause you know I can never get enough.
Oh, fuck. God damn, dude.
This one is for the boys.
I need some water.
With your greased up and heavy metal toys. So
That was intense. I need a little bit of water.
the door, it's your time to break through. Babble, but baby, where I've been, all the things I've seen. This can has crossed the borderline. See, I'm the groove catcher, hottest thing. 6-pack and tight G-string, exotic pills,
Okay.
cars and dirty wheels. 'Cause that's the man.
Sorry. I'm calming down. That was a little intense. So Tom just showed up at my house, and one of my lovely, delightful neighbors let him into the lobby. Of course. Again. One of my lovely, lovely neighbors let him into the lobby. When I opened my back door, he was in the doorway. I was like, Tom, what are you doing here? Leave. He was like, I just want a couple of my things. I'm just going to get some of my stuff and I'm going to leave. And I'm like, all right, cool. He told me what he wanted. I brought it out to him. And he was like, can I please just have a minute of your time? Like, I'm not going to try to get back together with you. I'm like, all right, fine. So I wait. And he just starts telling me that Josh and Joe are going to manipulate me and take advantage of me. Which, I mean, you've seen Josh and Joe. They're not exactly master fucking manipulators. And so, I gave him the bag. I went back inside, locked my door. He immediately fucking full force punches my front door. So then I'm like, well, shit, I can't go back out there because he's gonna be right there. So I waited. I was looking through my little peephole. I waited a little bit to see if he was gone. And then I heard some shit being thrown at my windows. Now, of course, I'm on the ground level, so that's not great. So I'm hearing things being thrown at my windows. And so I open up my front door and I look outside and he's thrown the sweater that I got for him for Christmas at the floor on my window. He's like down and across the street. The one's in my living room. He's like down and across my street. And I shouted after him. I'm like, if you come back here, I'm going to call the cops on you. And he said, do it. You treated me like shit the whole relationship. Did I? Because that's news to me. What a great start to my Sub-A-Thon and my vacation at large. Yeah. No, Sid was not this bad. When Sid and I broke up, he had like one moment where he backslid and was like, let me take it back, and I didn't let him. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be keeping an ear open. I'm gonna shoot a text. I gotta text my condo associate. Oh, actually, you know what? Give me like 5 minutes. My condo association president is actually like on his back porch right now. Let me just go have a quick chat with him about this so that they know. No, it's not itchy. It's really soft. Condo association president is not still outside. Kind of blew him off when he wanted to talk to me a minute ago because I was, you know, doing shit. But I do need to text him. So I'm gonna send him a quick text, and then I'm gonna hope that that is fine. Sorry guys, I know this is not terribly engaging content. I could have postponed, but then like, I don't know, man, that's letting him kind of run my shit, and I don't like that. Let's watch this video you posted.
This could have been great.
I want to make a song. I just don't know how to put it into words. And Dee, I need your help, man.
Is
I
he
wrote something.
like
I need you
hiding
to
his
freestyle for
morning
me.
wood behind the book? Is that what this is supposed to be?
Okay, so I'm not expecting that much from any member of the Ace family, but that sentence right there might be the dumbest thing I've
Oh,
ever
this is the Ace family. Okay. Okay.
heard. I want to make a song, but I don't know how to put it into words. I wrote something. Dee, can you freestyle it for me? Okay, so a few problems. If you didn't know how to put it into words, I feel like you'd have some trouble writing it. And then asking somebody to rap a song you've written is almost the direct opposite of what a freestyle is. Maybe this is rage bait. Maybe that was included to get people to comment that, but I don't know. I'm not
Of course,
convinced.
we've done at least one stream on the Ace family. They've made up a bunch of bullshit about like their house wasn't done on time and this, that, and the other, and like it's all like they're notorious clickbait family drama YouTubers.
I miss you. I love you.
That was them.
I've been
It's like wrestling. It's real but choreographed.
for 8 years.
The storylines are
Don't even
choreographed.
speak. You know that I miss you. I'll be watching you right through the tree.
This song is almost as romantic as
Oh.
every breath you take. I'm living outside your home, watching you through the tree line. Why won't you take me back, baby? What's funny is I feel like
I don't know. I feel like that always works.
there was definitely a conversation where Austin set Catherine down and was like, look, people on the internet are actually starting to believe that I'm just a crazy person, so we've either got to dial this back or we've got to do something so stupid that everyone's gonna know it's fake. So they decided to write this song.
I've been missing the kids lately. I've been living alone. The RV that I got nice, but sometimes I just wanna be home. In LA we got cold nights. I be shivering down to my bones.
The more I watch of this, the more certain I become that I would pay a hefty sum of money for this to be real. Can you imagine you cheat on your wife of 7 years, the woman you've had 3 children with, and your attempt to get her back, to make everything right, to make her forgive you, is to write a
Wait, we need to look more into this. Ace family cheating scandal. This is 2 years ago.
But Catherine posted on Instagram.
Oh, so he's cheated more than one time. I actually have not drank anything tonight, and I will not be drinking tonight, actually. My ex-boyfriend just showed up outside my house and verbally harassed me and threw some shit at my windows. And I like was this close to calling 911. So yeah, not super fun. Of course he waited until the Sub-A-Thon started. But, you know.
Everyone just thought, all right, this is what they're trying to do to make money now.
Well,
And
what
nobody
if?
was suspicious that they possibly had broken up, at least not about this, because
Again. Broken up again. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. If everything's quiet until like 11 midnight-ish, and I'm like sure that he's not coming back, then I might have a drink.
it's obviously come out before that he's been in girls' DMs or messaged people or been hanging out with people. There's been cheating allegations a ton over the years, so it was not that big of a red
'cause
flag
if
for people.
I
mean, obviously a very big red flag if he's like messaging other girls, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that.
If I do have to like wind up calling the cops or something, I'd like to be sober and like in my own head you know.
alarming that they would be divorcing, and
I did buy 2 boxes of Franzia Sunset Blush today, though.
is asking them this because he wants a cut
Yeah,
of whatever
right, like,
checks they are getting in
you know,
from
you want one person
OnlyFans,
to clearly
and
be,
people have
like,
talked about how this is a
sober and in the
scam
right.
going around where guys want to, you know, take over girls' accounts for more money, and it just ends up being a scam where they don't get money at the end of the day, and that's been a really big trend with Austin and his family. So him doing this, it's still a total red
He's
flag,
such a
and
fuckboy.
I don't know who would be trusting him to run their account, but I hope there's not
still
girls
it would.
taking this
He's a
offer,
handsome
married
fuckboy,
or not.
but
Just
he is a
seems
fuckboy.
like a bad deal to be working with the McBroom family. Now, some were surprised to even hear that these two were getting a divorce because some didn't even know that they were married. But
What?
they have been
How could
married
you
for
not
quite
know they
a
were
while
married?
now, and they never had a wedding party. They just got married in private after a scandal that they had. I believe that it was a cheating scandal, and they kind of
Oh my
weren't
God.
posting for a minute there, and then they came back and said that they were married, but they kept on saying that they were going to have this big extravagant wedding at some point, and they had postponed a wedding that they planned in 2022 because Austin had a fight that got rescheduled on the same day as their wedding. So they canceled the wedding in order for Austin to fight that day, and they never ended up rescheduling their wedding.
What?
I think Austin
2
has dug
hours.
himself a hole, and his brother is
2
right
hours.
there in
So
the hole
currently the stream will end on Sunday night at 8 p.m.
with him along with their dad, and they just come off so desperate to squeeze out every last dollar that they can get without any regard for other people. And if Catherine can prove
Thank you,
herself to not
Pants.
be like that, I think
I really
people
appreciate
would
it.
support her. I posted a TikTok
All
right
right.
when she announced
At
their
the 1
divorce,
hour mark,
and
I
all
will
of the
update the
comments are
timer.
cheering her on, saying good for her. So I seriously think that this could be something totally
6,
life-changing
8,
in a
10.
good way for her. But
Okay.
I want to know what
10
you guys
hours.
think. Obviously,
so
we
we're gonna be at the 47-hour mark. So it's gonna
talked
go to
about the Ace
57
family
hours.
for a really long
Okay.
time now.
For sure.
And I don't know what's gonna happen with their channel, if they're just going to leave the channel as like some time capsule for them and then start their own channels, or if Catherine will finally start the channel that she's been talking about forever, that a lot of people have been asking for. A lot of the Ace family members, a lot of the people that watch her on
Okay.
Snapchat have asked her to start her own YouTube channel, and it just
9 days
never
off?
happened.
Alright,
I don't
alright,
know if
9
it was
days off.
because Austin was holding her back or what, but I do think that
I
if
should
she
pop
did
into the bar
start
then.
and posted content
Just,
on there,
like, let it happen.
people would go to it. But I could be wrong.
There we go.
But it's just the feeling that I'm getting based off of the comment section of people feeling really happy that she was able to break away from this family. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, that was the Ace family. I want to get stop. Don't ever ask me about Google Widevine. I don't care about it. Is Genesis history? Probably not, my guy. Let me just put- there he is. Let me just put this on real quick. Okay.
I love that I can make duck sounds on your stream.
Yeah, it's good.
I was told no work tomorrow, so of course I'm drunk as shit.
There you go. Okay. And now I just need to find one more movie candidate to be our first movie of the Sub-A-Thon. I'm like live tweeting the Sub-A-Thon so that people are enticed to come to the Sub-A-Thon. Walking with the Tall Whites. Oh, that's an interesting one. I'm not gonna put that in the like first in the poll for first movie. What do we want to be the first one? Let's see.
So spill the beans. What happened?
Oh, with Tom. Okay, I'll get into it.
With your current situation, yeah.
Yeah, so basically like Tuesday, I want to say. he came up to me and he was like, hey, your friends, Josh and Joe, whenever they think I can't hear them, or even when I can hear, even when they know I can hear them, they are like bullying me. They're like saying shit about me, at me, to me, calling me names, like all this shit.
And these people that you know, are they being sarcastic? Are they just kind of friendly bullying?
So
Which is the thing.
the things that Joe has said are definitely, so like one example was,
Or are they bullying hints that, correction of behavior?
so for example, he bought this really nice new coat, right? And he was really proud of it because it was like on sale, and it's a really nice coat, right? And so Joe saw it and was like, holy shit, that's a really nice coat, dude. Like, where did you get it? Da 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 da. Like, they talked about the coat for like 15-20 minutes, right? And then,
How much does this coat cost? Do you know?
well, it was 210, but it was on sale for 110. And everybody knows that Midwesterners love to talk about our deals, our sales and shit, you know?
Yeah, money.
We love that shit. So basically, um, we they're talking about it. Tom leaves it here for a day, right? Like a day or
Yeah.
two. Uh, comes back over, and Tom is like, "Oh, hey, man, like, if you leave that coat here again, I'm gonna wear it to run my errands and then put it back before you notice." You know,
Nice.
he's not like actually threatening to do that. He's making a joke, you know.
Obviously.
He's still
Obviously.
complimenting the coat is all he's doing.
Yeah.
Uh Tom gets really upset and walks back into the room
Okay.
and is
First red
like,
flag.
if I catch him touching anything that I've left here, I will call the fucking cops. And I was like, oh, okay, because like I only heard like a tiny little snippet of the conversation they were having, right?
Does he have like a stressful life?
Yes, he
Because
does.
that's like something who experiences a lot of stress every day would
Mhm.
just go out and like
In the dense forests of North America.
Yeah, exactly. So then he comes into the room and he is like telling me about that, and then he's telling me that like Joe, my roommate, and Josh, one of my best friends of 10 years, are like constantly harassing and bullying him. And these are just two straight dudes who sit in my living room and have beers and bullshit with each other and watch movies, right?
yeah.
And he is accusing them of emotionally manipulating me to take advantage of me.
Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, from my perspective, Josh has been one of my closest friends for 10 plus years.
Josh is the one with like the crazy poofy hair, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he seems cool. Like all the fucking time. Granted, I only see him on stream, but
Yeah. I mean, he's been here before. We do like card games together. Literally, we hang out, we have some drinks, we play card games. There's not a whole lot like, there's not like some crazy fucking conspiracy where he's like using any of my financial resources. He just sleeps on my couch like 2 days a week, maybe a little bit more sometimes, but he's got a job right now, so he's not sleeping on my couch all that much.
and probably mostly to hang out, right?
Yeah, and mostly to hang out. Usually with Joe too. Like, he really likes Joe. Him and Joe got super close super fast, and they actually also work together for Josh's dad. So
So
it's
how
not-
do you know Joe?
Joe is a random dude from California that I allowed to move into my spare bedroom 3 years ago.
1 second, FICO is calling me. The last time they called me, it was credit card fraud. So 1 sec.
Okay. Wow. See, Joe is actually a fucking empath because he is like literally texting me right now, like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right? I'm just checking in with you. Like, is everything good?" Joe is literally checking on my emotional state right now because he cares about me. Oh. Joe is literally such a fucking sweetheart. Yeah, he's emotionally manipulating me right now. He's emotionally manipulating me into feeling better. Uh yes. Um I'll continue the story when Pants gets back. Let's see. Cock update. What does that even mean, Adam? Oh yeah, I want to know about
Have you
the
ever wanted to
plastic surgery
desperately and
trauma.
dramatically change the way you...
What is this? Stop that. Clock update. Oh, clock update. Yes. There we go. Cock update. You can't just say cock update on my stream and not have me think it's funny. All right. Let's watch this video.
Have you ever wanted to desperately and dramatically change the way you looked after getting mogged on by a looks maxer at the local Planet Fitness? I don't go to a gym. I have a gym in my own home. Just kidding, I haven't worked out in 3 weeks.
He's just like me for real. Guys, I literally, like, this is gonna be really vain, right? But like I got shirtless today. I was about to take a shower and I saw myself. I saw myself shirtless in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I lost a little bit of weight. Like I lost a little bit of weight because like I haven't been drinking beer, right? I've been having like a beer, but I haven't been like drinking beer. These damn bank inquiries. I've never even had one of that. See, oh man, see, Joe's being so fucking nice right now. Joe literally said, let him know if anything else happens. You know, he can disrespect me. Joe said this, so he can disrespect Joe, but he won't let that slide with me. Because Joe is a fucking sweetie. And then he said, just call me if anything happens, or even if you just want to talk about it, da-da-da-da. And then he also offered to let me come and stay at him and his mom's Airbnb because his mom is visiting for the next couple of days. So
Still kind of weak.
what'd you say?
He wants you to meet his mom finally, or
No, I've
have
met
you
his mom like 3 times. I've met his mom like 3 or 4 times.
And how was that?
She's cool. Yeah, she's a really cool lady. I like she's come over here, but she doesn't like stay here because we don't like have a guest bedroom. So
Right.
what she did this time is she's spending the week with him, and so she got an Airbnb with an extra bed for him. So they're just spending like 3 or 4 days together because she's in town for business. So instead of sleeping up here, he's the place where they are is like it's like an hour or so commute from here. So it just wouldn't make sense for him to sleep here and then go hang out with her over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially since he works from home off like a company laptop. So, and also, yeah, no, Josh and Joe aren't even here. I forgot where I am in the story. What was I telling you, Pants? Where was I?
General information?
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. He pulled me aside and he had this whole like speech about how my friends are bullying and harassing him all day every day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that does not at all sound like my friends.
Right. Insecure.
Insecure, but also like we'd had a moment previously where Joe and I were in the kitchen. He was standing in the office with the door open, right? And
Right.
Joe and I are having a conversation about like, I need to stop drinking so much beer because if I don't drink as much beer, right, not only am I healthier, but my finances are really great because
Are you struggling at all?
no, I'm not struggling at all anymore. But I was struggling for a quick second there because I was spending like, guys, I was spending way too much money on beer. Like,
Okay,
I
that
was
happens.
going out and I was getting beer like 4 days a week, and I don't buy cheap beer. You know what I mean? Like
Oof.
I buy the fucking fancy shit, you know? I buy like the
Well,
9% IPA 4 packs for $17. I'm a
oof.
nightmare. So I was getting those, and then I would drink like 3 of them on a stream, right? And then I would get really drunk, and then the next morning I'd be like, "Oh, I'm hungover. I drank too much." But then it would be like, "Oh, but I'm streaming tonight, so I need more beer." And it was just a loop, and it was a cycle that I had to break, you know.
That sounds fun but dangerous. Yeah.
Right. So not dangerous, but like I was spending too much on bullshit, right?
Dangerous financially,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah. So I was talking to Joe about that cuz Joe also likes to buy a lot of beer and drink a lot of beer. And we were having that conversation privately in the kitchen.
No,
And
no, 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 Adam. That is exactly the fucking construction worker's salary. Like 90% of his fucking beer. The
yep,
other 10% is a rent and all the other bills.
so true. Um and so I like we finished up that talk and I was like, I made more money this year as a fucking part-time barista than I have ever made in my life. And there's only 2 reasons why it's not carrying me much further. The first one is all the bullshit that I buy, not just beer, but like you buy random shit off Amazon that you don't need all the time. And so I've stopped doing that. And then the second one was I have an extra 340 something dollars a month coming out for my condo association fee because the roof needed to be repaired like last year. And I'm pretty sure the special assessment for the roof falls off this year. So my condo association fee is about to get fucking slashed in half, right? So we were talking about that, like our finances, like our goals for this year, usual normal conversations that I have with Joe. And when I walked back into the room, Tom pulled me aside and he's like, "So what was the conversation you and Joe were just having about me? Like, why were you talking about me?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, we didn't say your name, we didn't
Oh, wow.
mention you. We were talking about our own shit." And he was like, "Okay, I'm just checking because like it sounded negative and it sounded like it was about me." I'm like, "No, you're mishearing." And so I
Yeah.
guess that I didn't realize that I I didn't
Is your name
realize
finances?
I guess I didn't realize that he was kind of doing that with every conversation, even conversations that they would have amongst themselves. Um, so I don't know. I can't obviously I can't prove that they weren't like sitting in the living room like bullying him and talking shit, but like I know these guys, and when I brought these concerns to them, because of course I'm going to sit them down, you know. If my boyfriend tells me, "Hey, I'm seriously considering ending the relationship because of the way your friends treat me," I'm absolutely going to sit down and be like, "Hey guys, where is this coming from? Like where is this criticism coming from? can you guys think of any, like, I'm not mad about it, but like, can you
You're
tell
gonna
me?
ask them about the source,
Yeah,
right?
I
You're gonna
did.
ask them, hey, is this like, are you jesting or are you just like kind of,
Right,
hinting at him, or are you being real about
right,
this bullshit that's happening?
right. So I sat them down, and Joe was like, well, I come off as a little bit abrasive, but that's just the way that, like, Joe, people have gotten the wrong idea about Joe in the past, right? So, for example, I was at a bar and we're playing Magic the Gathering, and I'm teaching one of my female coworkers. Her name's Lily. She's a very nice person. Um, I'm teaching, um, I'm teaching her how to play Magic, and Joe comes into the bar, and it's like me and all my, you know, my coworkers, and of course they're all very, politically correct lefties. And Joe looks at the board, and Lily has this like gigantic, indomitable mono green elves board where she's got like 15 elves on the board, and they all get like +5/+5 and trample, and whenever they attack, like they each get +5/+5 again, and like it's crazy, right? She's about to fucking smash the game, right?
Right.
And so fucking Joe goes, "Oh, damn. Lily, you're doing really good at this." And she's like, "Oh, thank you." And he goes, "For a girl." And everybody's mood just immediately sours. Like, obviously he's joking, but they did not take it that way because they did not, that's just not the kind of thing that they're used to. Like, Joe is the kind of person who you walk into the room and he says some bullshit, and then you say some bullshit back, and then he goes, "Hey," you know,
Yeah.
he's Italian. Um, so I could see that for Joe, like I could see Joe saying something and it being misinterpreted or taken literally when it is meant to be taken the opposite of literally. Um, and that's fine. That's understandable, right? But I could
Sure.
not see the same happening to Josh. Like, Josh is literally like a sweet little golden retriever puppy boy who is in a giant, like, 6'3" man's body. He does not have the heart to bully someone. And what's more telling is he doesn't just say that they're bullying him. He says that they are both emotionally manipulating me. He accused them of being junkies and drug addicts and doing meth in my house, and any number of other things. And then he accused me of hooking up with Joe, which, ew, gross, never happened, never will happen. Sorry. And just any other like crazy shit that I guess he could think of. So I I felt very um
Well,
disrespected.
just straight, right? Like,
Yeah, he's
never will
100%
happen.
straight. And even if he wasn't straight, he's not my type. Yeah, both of them have those perfectly pristine teeth meth addicts are known for. So
Yes, absolutely, Joe. I mean, Adam.
So, yeah, it was just a very bizarre situation. He at one point was like, "I'm not going to make you choose between our relationship and your friends, but I'm going to make you choose between our relationship and your friends." And I was like, "Okay." And then he said, "It's best if we don't see each other until it's time for our Valentine's Day plans." And we were gonna do like the Sunday after Valentine's Day because I'm working Valentine's Day. Um and then
And that's when you tell him, hey, you know what? You might as well make plans with a new person for Valentine's because you kind of screwed this up.
well, no, so what happened was, so he said like let's just each take a few days apart, right? and like calm down a little bit. And I was like, fine. You know what? I'm totally fine with taking a couple days. And then literally as he's leaving to go home from that conversation, he says, "And I'll see you tomorrow." And I'm like, wait a minute. Tomorrow? So it's like, it's just like this constantly contradictory thing. And then when I was, he tried to come over the next day, right? And he calls me and he's like, "Hey, how are you doing? Are you feeling all right? Oh, it's really nice out. We should go take a walk together. It's so beautiful outside." Da 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 da. He was like totally happy-go-lucky, normal, like like he had not just accused me of fucking my roommate, like all this shit. Like he just kind of pretended it wasn't happening. And the 180 like made my head spin. So that was like my first 2 days of vacation.
Yeah, that was super like really God, what do you call it? Like in the moment type, we need to talk type shit.
Yeah. That's true.
Manic.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that he does have bipolar, and like I'm thinking about it, you know.
Adam.
Would I be happier in this relationship, or would I be happier on my own? And I realized I'd be happier on my own. And then I had a bunch of people over, and one of my buddies, his fiance is a therapist, and I was explaining the situation to them, and they were like, "Yeah, that doesn't seem great. Like that doesn't seem like it's fair to you." And I'm like,
But what did he really say?
Huh?
Is he a registered therapist? Like, what did he really say?
I don't remember. Yeah, Dave's partner is a registered therapist. And I had a conversation with them, and they were both like, "Yeah, it sucks that you're dealing with that. Like it doesn't seem fair to you," and da 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 da. And then that night, after Dave and his partner had left, Kristen and Connor went to the liquor store. So I have Josh, Joe, and unfortunately Josh's cousin. Josh's cousin was really cool though. And I have them all alone, and they've already each had like a drink or two, so they're nice and loose. And I sat them down and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on?" Right? Yeah, male cousin. Um, and I sat them down and I was like, "What is going on? Can you give me your perspective on this?" And
What are you looking at?
oh, sorry. My condo association president just texted me.
Grinder. Shut up.
It's not Grinder.
You look happy and flirty though. Is it Grinder?
It's not
No.
flirty. I'm not flirty. It's just, let me read to you what I sent my condo association president. I said, "Hey, sorry I was brief with you just now. My ex-boyfriend just got into the lobby and went a bit crazy. Started throwing things at my windows and shit. He's gone now, but if he comes back, I might have to call the cops on him." This man, this grown ass, like 50-something-year-old man, replies, "Zoinks!" with 3 exclamation points. Zoinks.
You said 150?
He is easily in his 50s. I'm gonna cover his phone number, and I'm just gonna show the text. He says fucking zoinks. People gotta stop that. Breathe. And I said, "I'm doing all good now. Thanks, man. Maybe we can get them to
He
stop
said,
letting in people we
take
don't
10
recognize."
and think about it, and think about the situation, and oh my god.
I fucking love him. I love that his first response is zoinks. It's definitely on brand for him. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, like I sat them down and I asked them like what their perspective on the whole thing was. And they were like, we don't we don't think that we've done anything crazy. Josh specifically was like, yeah, I mean, I've tried to like invite him over to smoke with us a couple of times. I've, offered him some of our beers. I've offered to let him like chill with us, like da 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 da. I'm like, okay, like cuz like keep in mind, I've known these dudes long enough. I've introduced other dudes that I've been dating to them. You know what I mean? They're not doing like weird homophobic bullying. They they've met multiple men that I've been dating. So I don't know. And Josh specifically has seen me through two different fiancés, right? And he knows at this point that if he has an issue with one of my significant others, that he needs to come and tell me about it so that I don't wind up dating them for too long. And like what the fuck, you know? So, yeah, that's true. That is true. That did happen in front of Josh. Um, yeah. So, yeah, you'd think that that would be the one he would bully, you know? But no, Josh does not have it in him to do such a thing. Yeah, I told you this story, Adam, um when I went to the burger place and got burgers, and Sid didn't like that I went to the burger place and ate my burger at the burger place. And then when I got home, he put his hands down the back of my pants and like checked to make sure my asshole wasn't lubed up. Josh was there when that happened. Yeah, that was the inciting incident for me completely not giving a shit about that relationship anymore.
That's like whack. What the fuck?
Yeah, for reference, Tom did not do that. That was not Tom. That was Sid, my ex-fiance.
Yeah. But what the fuck?
Oh yeah, X-Show, is your Sonic autist so excited for Sonic and Shadow? I'm pretty excited for that movie. It looks pretty good. Sonic 3. It looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Um yeah, I bet he is. But yeah. So Josh knows that if he has issues with my mans, that he can come and talk to me about them. And Joe knows. Like Joe,
Oh, absolutely, X Joe.
my gay voice is showing a lot tonight. Sorry, it's because my heart rate is elevated by all this Monster Energy nitro I'm drinking, and also uh the drama of the situation. Um, so basically, and like, see, the other thing that Tom doesn't see is that when Joe and I are alone, and like even over text right now, when Joe and I are alone, the first thing he asks me is like, how are you doing? Like, what's your emotional state like right now? Like, are you and Tom doing good in the relationship? Like, is everything like, are your uh I have not tried the drunken Dunkins. Like Joe is very concerned with my well-being. Like even right now, he just sent me, I know you can handle this situation, but you're my boy. You're my boy, and I love you. Just want to make sure you're good. Like, that's not the fucking words of someone trying to emotionally manipulate me into letting him smoke meth in the back room of my house. Um, Emotionally manipulating me would be like, hey, Seamus, I need another $30. I did the dishes last, so can you give me $30? I really need $30 for meth. Oh, the reason he says that Josh and Joe are on meth is, does anyone want to guess? Anyone like to guess what his reasoning for that is? Fucking stupid. I said the same thing while saying I told you so. Um, the reason is because he could not find the aluminum foil because Josh got drunk and put it in the fridge. So because the aluminum foil was missing, that means that Joe has taken it and put it somewhere on his side of the house because he uses it to smoke meth out of. Totally. Absolutely. For sure, for real. Yeah, that one thing was his whole reason. That one thing was his whole reason for thinking that. He does not have any further reason to think that they do meth. That's the only rationale he gave me about that. So, like, what? Like, so at that point, like, when we've been through, like, you talking shit about my friends for, like, 2.5 hours, it was literally like a 2.5 hour sit down conversation where you just talk shit on two of my close friends and basically called me an idiot for not being able to see what they were doing. Then that was when I was like, okay, I am gonna sit there and think about this for a minute. And then I had my opportunity to talk to the boys about it. And when they did not feel the same way,
that other loser deserved it.
and then when they didn't feel the same way about him, you know, when they each expressed like, hey, we've like actually tried to include him in things and he doesn't seem interested in it, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're telling the truth. He's in his own head about things that aren't happening, or even if they are happening, like, I'm not gonna date somebody that my friends don't like, you know? And then I just was like, I'm just gonna end it. I'm just gonna end it. And the fucked up part is, he came over yesterday and he, you know, was like, if you won't, you know, side with me on this, then I guess the relationship can be over. Like, I'm not gonna do this and da 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 da. And he said like, oh, and like if this is the way this is gonna be, then I'm not gonna be living here for a long time. And I was like, living here, okay, cool. Like, because we talked about like if you were going to live here, that conversation will be had after our first like year and a half together before we start thinking about that. And so yeah, he brought up the living here thing, and then he basically said like it's me or them, and then he walked it back, and then I broke up with him. Honestly, I think me and Sid were only dating for like 3 or 4 months before he moved in, but that was different. He was like living out of a college dormitory that he needed to get out of. That was a little bit different of a situation. Um, and I let him move in way too fast, obviously. So yeah, that's the whole
That happens.
essentially unabridged
Do you have
lore.
anyone that can do a perimeter check armed?
No, but I have a sword.
It's not the same.
I know. But no, I don't have anybody who can do a perimeter check. But yeah, the sharp end goes in the person.
Yeah, but we live in our age of
No, he can't own
kind
firearms.
of ranged artillery.
I do also have a ranged weapon.
Is it like throwing your sword? Oh, he's putting on his belt.
Yeah, we're gonna wear it until the coast is clear.
Yeah, dude. That sword can fucking reach the whole fucking room. I got a 40-second ad as a moderator. Get out of here. Fuck you. $40. That's
Oh, sorry guys.
ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody's getting hit by ads at the same time. It's because I set them up in such a way that
It's fine.
shit. I fucked this up.
It's fine.
Wait, I fucked it up. Wait. Yeah, I set
We'll
them
all
up.
die together. It's fine.
Yeah, everybody's added at the same time. I did it that way because Twitch doesn't let me turn them off. It only lets me.
What do you mean pantsless? I'm always here. Fuck you. I am the pants of all time. I'm timeless pants.
I'm literally wearing jeans. And I'm even wearing underwear today.
Oh, damn.
That's unusual for me.
That's a new low.
There we go. Now, just as Andrew Tate says, I am a commander. Yeah, no, legitimately nothing. I realized that everybody was in ads at the same time, so I kept the conversation to why there are ads. And it's because Twitch doesn't let me turn off ads, so I have it on like the second shortest ads per hour unskippable thing. I've set it up as best I can for you guys. I'm using the lowest impact recommended ad schedule. Like lowest impact to highest revenue ratio. So I am getting money off of you. Because I need to. Anyway. Yeah. I will most likely just continue. Wow. Pants, don't abuse your admin powers.
It's 1 second. I thought it was funny.
It was funny. Rude. Anyway. So I kind of want to watch the Black Alien movie.
I love you.
Let me see. Yeah, this is the movie that we're gonna watch.
Are you? Oh my god.
Blacks and UFOs. I have to know. I have to know what's going on.